All right, strap in, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into, well, kind of scary stuff. Black Basta Ransomware.
Yeah?
You've heard of ransomware, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Black Basta, they're playing in a whole other league. I mean, they've been hitting businesses left and right.
Absolutely.
Especially those critical industries everyone relies on.
Yeah.
And what happened with that Australian data company, Zerko Data?
Oh, yeah.
Chillin'.
Right. It is.
395 gigabytes, poof, gone. Sensitive data, passport scans, the whole 9 yards,
Yeah.
all leaped online.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're thinking, that won't be me,
Right.
think again. Let's break it all down with our expert here who's going to give us the so what on all this Black Basta business.
So Black Basta, what makes them so, well, interesting, and let's be honest, scary, is how fast they've become a big deal in this whole ransomware world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they only appeared in April 2022.
Wow.
But their secret sauce, this thing called ransomware as a service, RAS for short.
RAS. Okay, you're already making me nervous.
Well, think of it like a dark web starter kit for wannabe cybercriminals, right?
Mm.
The main Black Basta crew, they supply the bad software, the infrastructure, all that, and then they rent it out to any other crook who wants to, launch attacks.
So like a franchise.
Yeah.
An evil franchise.
Pretty much. And of course, everyone gets a cut of the profits.
So they're making it easier for anyone to become a ransomware attacker.
You could say that.
That is terrifyingly efficient. But why would Black Basta do that? Wouldn't they make more keeping it all in-house?
True, but think of it this way. Wider reach, right? More attacks, more businesses targeted.
More money, basically.
Exactly. It's a numbers game for them.
Okay, the business model's grim, but there's tons of ransomware out there. What makes Black Basta special? Why should our listener, be worried about these guys specifically?
Yeah, Black Basta's got a few extra nasty tricks.
Yeah.
First, they don't just encrypt your data.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. They add another layer of pain. Double extortion. So before they hit you with the encryption, they steal your most sensitive stuff. Financial records, customer info, maybe even those passport scans we talked about. And then, if you don't pay, they threaten to leak it all online.
Wow. Kicking you while you're down, holding your data hostage, and threatening to humiliate you. Oof.
Companies are terrified, and rightfully so. But that's not all. There's the technical side, too. Black Basta, they use some seriously advanced hacking techniques.
Oh, great.
Like they exploit vulnerabilities in common software. You know that nasty one, CVE 2024-1709?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a flaw that gives them a backdoor into your systems.
Uh-huh.
And then they use sneaky tools like ZeroLogon to gain admin privileges.
Admin privileges. That sounds bad.
It is. And to top it all off, they can even disable your security software. Things like endpoint detection and response, EDR, the stuff that's supposed to catch them in the act.
So they're playing 4D chess while we're stuck with checkers.
Pretty much. Almost impossible to defend against, right? And like we said, they aren't picky about who they target.
Nope. Anyone with valuable data is fair game. And they've hit, over 500 organizations already?
Over 500 in all sorts of sectors. But they do seem to love critical infrastructure. Healthcare, manufacturing, finance, you name it. In fact, at least 12 out of the 16 critical infrastructure sectors have been hit.
Wow, 12 out of 16. But why those industries? It's not like hospitals are rolling in cash.
It's leverage. They know those industries can't afford any downtime. Imagine a hospital, systems locked up, surgeries canceled, records inaccessible.
Yikes.
They're under huge pressure to pay quickly.
Makes sense.
And that's what Black Basta relies on. Plus, that kind of data, patient records, financial info, it's super valuable on the dark web.
Oh, right. So they hit where it hurts. This is all pretty terrifying, to be honest. Yeah. But let's get down to brass tacks. How do they actually do it? What's the Black Basta playbook?
Well, they're masters of stealth, right?
Okay.
Their favorite way in? Phishing emails.
Phishing emails.
I know, those emails that look legit, but they have a bad link or attachment, one click, and bam, Black Basta's in your system.
So it all comes down to one person clicking on the wrong thing.
Often, yeah. But they're also good at exploiting weaknesses in your systems. Outdated software, vulnerabilities in your remote desktop protocol, even just brute forcing weak passwords.
So they try every door until they find one unlocked.
Exactly. Once they're in. Reconnaissance mode. Like digital spies, mapping your network, finding the good stuff, the valuable data and systems, figuring out how to move around without being detected.
And I bet they have a whole bag of tricks for that, right? Special software.
Oh, absolutely. They use tools like PSEZEC to control other computers on your network, Mimikatz to steal credentials.
Steal credentials?
Yep, and rclone to quickly move large amounts of data. They come prepared for a digital heist.
They're organized.
Yeah.
So they're in, they've cased the joint, getaway cars ready. What's next?
Then the encryption hits. Powerful algorithms scramble your files, make them totally unusable. They also do their best to prevent you from recovering anything. They delete those automatic backups Windows makes, the volume shadow copies, and disable any security solutions that might catch them.
So you're locked out, backups are gone. That's a nightmare scenario. I'm breaking out in a cold sweat just thinking about it.
It's not good.
Yeah.
And of course, then comes the ransom demand. They'll contact you, usually through a text file left on your computer, and demand payment, often in cryptocurrency, for those decryption keys.
And if you don't pay?
Well, they leak the stolen data or just leave your systems locked, possibly destroying your business.
This is all incredibly scary. I'm starting to think I need a whole new security system just from listening to this.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can actually do to protect ourselves from Black Basta?
Absolutely. It's not a lost cause. There are definitely steps you can take to make yourself a much harder target. You can really build a fortress around your data. And, for more information about the appliances and solutions we offer to protect your business, contact us at sales@stonefly.com or visit our website, www.stonefly.com.
Okay, noted. So what's the first line of defense? Spill the beans.
Proactive measures. Things you do before Black Basta even shows up. And the most important, often overlooked, employee training.
Wait, you're telling me the key to stopping these masterminds is teaching my employees how to spot a phishing email?
It's more powerful than you think. Black Basta, they rely on tricking people into clicking those bad links, opening those infected attachments.
Right.
So educate your team how to recognize the threats, run regular phishing simulations, test their awareness.
It's like a fire drill, but for email.
Exactly. If your employees are the weakest link, they can also be your strongest defense.
Okay, that makes sense. What else? What else can we do?
Patch, patch, patch. Keep all your software, everything up to date. Those vulnerabilities Black Basta loves to exploit, they're often fixed in updates. Remember CVE 2024-1709.
Yeah.
Patch that ASAP.
So basic cyber hygiene goes a long way.
It really does. Another crucial tactic is network segmentation. It's like dividing your network into smaller sections, almost like rooms in a house.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
So if Black Basta breaks into one room,
they can't get to the whole house.
You got it. Strategies like microsegmentation and zero trust architecture are great for this.
So less damage, less leverage for the attackers.
Exactly. Makes you less appealing as a target.
Smart. Okay, what about backups? Got to be important here, right?
Backups are crucial. If the worst does happen and they encrypt your data, a good backup strategy is your lifeline. It can be the difference between a minor headache and utter disaster. But not all backups are created equal, of course.
Okay, tell me more. What makes a good backup?
First, they need to be frequent and redundant. You should be backing up regularly, and you should have multiple copies in different places. Speaking of which, we offer a range of data backup and recovery solutions,
Oh, right.
So reach out to our sales team at sales@stonefly.com or visit our website, www.stonefly.com, to learn more.
Okay, I'll check it out. But you were saying about good backups.
Right. So you also need to test your backups regularly, make sure they actually work.
Oh, like a fire drill for your data?
Exactly. It's like having a fire escape plan. You got to practice to make sure it works when you actually need it.
Good point. I've been guilty of neglecting that myself. But what if Black Basta gets into my backup systems too?
That's a valid concern. That's where air-gapped and immutable backups come in.
Okay, those sound intense. What are those exactly?
Air-gapped backups. Physically disconnected from your network. Think of it like a safe deposit box, totally inaccessible to hackers.
Oh, I see.
And immutable backups. Those can't be changed or deleted, even by ransomware.
Wow, so even if everything goes wrong, those backups are safe and sound.
It's the best way to make sure you can recover no matter what. And, we offer solutions to make setting up and managing these kinds of backups easy and affordable.
Interesting.
And if you want to learn more, you can reach out to us at sales@stonefly.com or visit our website at www.stonefly.com.
All right, I'll remember that. So we've got proactive measures, backups. What's the third line of defense?
Detection and response. It's like your security team always watching, ready to spot Black Basta and neutralize them before they do too much damage.
Like a digital SWAT team.
Exactly.
So what kind of tools are we talking about for this team?
Things like endpoint detection and response, EDR, network detection and response, NDR, security information and event management, SIEM, and good old endpoint protection platforms, EPP.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
They're like your security cameras, motion detectors, and alarm systems all working together to keep your digital fortress secure.
Okay, but break it down for me. What does each of these actually do?
Sure. EDR solutions, it's like having security guards on every computer in your network. They use behavioral analysis to spot anything suspicious, like a sudden spike in file encryption, classic ransomware move.
So Black Basta starts encrypting, EDR sounds the alarm.
Exactly. It can even isolate the infected device, stop it from spreading.
Nice. What about NDR?
NDR focuses on network traffic, like a traffic cop watching for any shady vehicles coming in or out. It can detect things like data exfiltration, which is, remember, part of Black Basta's double extortion tactic.
So if they're trying to sneak data out, NDR catches them red-handed.
You got it. Then there's SIEM.
SIEM, right.
Your central command center brings all the security logs, alerts, everything from your systems into one place.
Makes sense.
It helps you see the big picture, spot patterns, catch attacks that might slip through the cracks.
Like a bird's eye view of the whole security landscape.
Exactly. And then there's EPP, your frontline. Basic antivirus, anti-malware, working to prevent bad code from getting in.
Right, so we've got guards, traffic cops, command center, and the front lines. Anything else we can do to stay ahead of Black Basta?
There's always more. Deception technology, for one. You're basically setting traps for Black Basta, making them reveal themselves.
Ooh, I like that. Tell me more.
Honeypots, for example. Those are decoy systems made to look like valuable assets.
Like fake servers with fake data.
Exactly. If Black Basta tries to attack one, you know they're in your system and you can take action.
Pretty clever. So we've covered a lot. Proactive measures, backups, detection and response tools, even some sneaky traps. But let's be realistic. What if, even with all that, Black Basta still gets through? What then?
That's where incident response and forensic tools come in. You need a plan for investigating the attack, containing the damage, and recovering your data.
Okay, so not just prevention, but also a plan B for when things go wrong.
Exactly. Digital forensics can help you trace their steps, how they got in, what they took, and incident management systems help you coordinate your response, track what you're doing, make sure everyone's on the same page.
So speed is key.
Absolutely. The faster you detect and respond, the less damage they can do.
This has been incredibly helpful. I feel much better equipped to protect myself, our listeners, from Black Basta.
Glad to hear it. It's all about empowering people with knowledge.
Knowledge is power, right?
Exactly. And it's the first step to a more secure digital world.
Well said. All right, we've talked a lot about how to protect ourselves from Black Basta, but it's not just about data anymore, is it? Black Basta, groups like them, they're attacking critical infrastructure, hospitals, power grids, transportation systems.
You're right.
They're putting lives at risk.
It's true.
So this feels much bigger than just a tech problem.
You're hitting on something important there. Ransomware, it's really a reflection of bigger societal issues. We rely so much on technology, and that just creates a massive attack surface.
It's like we built this incredible digital world,
Right.
but forgot to put locks on the doors.
That's a good way to put it. We need to start thinking about cybersecurity as a fundamental part of everything we do.
Like built into the system, not an afterthought.
Exactly. Just like safety regulations in the physical world, bake it into the design. Educate people about the risks.
Right, a culture of awareness.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. But let's be real, most people aren't cybersecurity experts, right, Tom?
course not.
They have their own jobs, their own lives. How do we make this less overwhelming for the average person?
I think we need to simplify the message. Ditch the jargon. Focus on clear, actionable advice.
So instead of zero trust architectures and endpoint detection and response,
Yeah.
it's more like don't click on suspicious links, update your software.
Exactly. It sounds basic, but those simple steps can make a huge difference.
Okay, what about businesses? Say I'm a small business owner and I'm worried about Black Basta.
First, don't underestimate the threat. Small businesses, they're often seen as easy targets, maybe not the same level of security as a big corporation.
Yeah, they need to be even more careful.
Absolutely. And don't try to go it alone. There are tons of resources to help small businesses improve their cybersecurity.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
And of course, if they're looking for a good data backup and recovery solution, we can definitely help them out.
Of course.
We love empowering businesses of all sizes to protect their data, big or small. So if you're interested, you can always reach out to our sales team at sales@stonefly.com or visit our website at www.stonefly.com. We're happy to chat and answer any questions you might have. But, okay, back to the bigger picture here. Ransomware is a complex problem, no easy answers. What makes you hopeful, though? What makes you optimistic about the future of cybersecurity?
Well, the growing awareness is encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Cybersecurity is not just an IT issue anymore. It's reaching the boardrooms. Governments are taking it seriously. Individuals are becoming more aware of the risks.
So we're moving in the right direction.
I think so. It's slow, sure, but progress is being made. And with collaboration, innovation, and education, I'm confident we can build a more secure digital future for everyone.
That's a great note to end on. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today.
My pleasure. It was great talking with you.
And to you, our listener, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Black Basta ransomware. We hope you found it helpful. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the threats out there, the better you can protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe.
Absolutely.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive for today. We hope this gives you a good overview of Black Basta ransomware. For more information about our products, reach out to us at sales@stonefly.com or visit www.stonefly.com. Until next time, stay curious.